up we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Push it, easy, easy. Let it go. Nice, nice. All right, perfect. Whoop. All right, right there. Good.
Always satisfying putting up a wall, Tommy.
Yeah, framing goes quick, and I love the gratification that you get at the end of the day.
And it goes a lot faster than when you guys used to only use hammers.
Yeah, years ago, you know, they used to use a wooden mallet and pegs to drive the pegs into place, the timber frame. But today we still use hammers, and we use them a lot. We just don't use them as much when we're driving sheathing and stuff like that because we have the guns.
Yeah, the pneumatics, right? So air guns primarily?
Right. Now, it all started for me back in the 60s. We'd work in Boston or Cambridge or wherever we were working. During the day, we'd do framing and stuff like that. And at night, I would build small cabinets for vanities and stuff like that. And I said to my dad one time, I said, we got to speed up the process. We got to find out if there's a way to put the cabinets together faster. And I looked in the paper and I found an old gun like this. This is a finished gun, but I actually had a 1/4-inch crown stapler, and it saved a lot of time building the cabinets. Next thing we were doing is we were building a 3-story apartment building, and we wanted to really speed up the process. We had framed the basement, the first floor, and half of the second floor. So we started looking in the paper, and we found that these factories that built pallets and cabinetry were using guns that were similar to this. This isn't my original gun. This is a stapler, which has a 1/2-inch crown staple, 2 inches long, and that saves a lot of time for putting like strapping, furring, sheathing, and stuff like that down. Right. We also got a framer like this. This isn't one of my original ones. This is like the 2nd or 3rd generation. This was for putting the 2-bys together, nailing through the plates and nailing it in and putting beams together. And this one works on up to 120 pounds of pressure per square inch, so you have to plug it into a compressor. But the nice thing about this also, in the guns today, you can actually adjust the depth of the nail by turning this. The further I bring this up or down, if I bring it down, the nail will go in deeper. If I bring it up, the nail will stay up. So you take that framing gun right there, for example.
This guy's actually charged with air, so let me fire off a couple of these.
All right, so that means that the tip is too close to the drive pin. So you move it out just a little. You might be moving it too much. Let's see. All right, you got to go a little more. And look at that. See how you can stop that nail like that?
Beautiful.
All right, so what we did today, we build those walls, we put the headers in. We used to do by hand. All right, so now look, if I take a nail, and I would do it, this is what we do all day. So you take the nail, the first thing you got to do is set it, and then you got to hit it in, all right? So that would take 2 to 3 times to drive that nail in. All right,
let's race. Let's just see.
All right, you ready?
3, 2, 1. Let's go, Pops. Come on.
Ah, see, I'm not as young as I used to be, Sonny. All right, you see that? So the guns are definitely time savers. There's all kinds of guns out there. They're pneumatic, gas-powered, high-powered. For getting in hard-to-get places, we use the thing like this. This is basically a palm nailer. Try that out. Put that nail in there. Great for hangers and stuff like that. Drive that right in. Push hard. Pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. So, you know, you're in a hard-to-get place. Using a hammer, you got to get around the corner and get it in like that. This really allows you to speed up the process.
Love it. Look at that.
So now they have guns that work off of a gas, and there's also electric. And this one here is battery powered with an electric brushless motor in it, and so you can drive nails all day with that too. See? It has adjustable tip, so you can change the depth, because that really is powerful. It drove right in.
A couple different settings on the back right here, so this one would even bump for you as well,
right? They call it a bump.
Right?
So you really, if you're putting decking down and you want to really nail it off fast, so if you put it on bump, you drop the gun.
Well, that's pretty amazing for a gun that's working off a battery.
Absolutely. That's why we frame so quick, because the guns help us out.
All right, I love the little history lesson, but let's get back, frame some more.
Yeah, we got more stuff to do.
Let's do it. So you used to use a mallet, right?
I did, yeah.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.